Tonight's Call 6 Investigates is looking into concerns surrounding the release of thousands of previously sealed adoption records. A new law went into effect July 1st, releasing nearly 37,000 records dating back to 1941. An Indianapolis man who was adopted contacted Call 6 Investigates Kara Kinney with concerns about the process, saying getting information about his adoptive parents hasn't been as easy as anticipated.
David Harris was adopted in 1969 when he was 6 months old.
Those have been my parents ever since. It was just normal for me.
But David has always wondered about his biological family.
Most of the stuff that I want to find out is about, siblings. I know that I have a brother, at least a half brother. I would love to find out medical history.
David contacted the State Department of Health in mid-June, downloaded the adoption records form, and mailed it in before the law took effect.
I called July 24th to see, how the process was going, what the status was. They told me that they were working on requests that had been sent in on May 9th.
David called back again August 14th.
And they informed me that they were now working on May 13th. So in 3 weeks, they had gone through maybe 4 days.
He pressed further.
I asked to speak to a supervisor, and they told me that they had 2 people that do that work, but that one of them was on medical leave, so they've only got 1 person processing the request.
Frustrated, David reached out to Call 6 Investigates. We did some checking, and the State Department of Health says they have 5 people processing adoption requests. They received 5,000 requests for adoption records between 1941 and 1993. And since July 1st, when the law took effect, they've received 1,400 adoption requests, and more come in every single day. The state declined to be interviewed on camera, but told us so far they've completed 165. 965 are currently being processed, and 336 remain unprocessed. So what does this mean if you're waiting for adoption records? When the law took effect, the State Department of Health told people to expect a 4-month turnaround time, and they still expect to meet that time frame. David Harris hopes to get his adoption records later this year if possible. He hopes the state understands just how long he and other adoptees have been searching for answers.
I'm not asking to be moved up in line. I'm not trying to cut in line. I just think they need to get these requests out a lot quicker. I mean, these people have waited, myself included, for years, decades, to be able to get this information.
Kara Kinney, RTV6.